Dave Porter and I fight for truth, justice, and the right to wear spandex. Good evening, Concord. Just got back from a trip to Disneyland. They got some good ticket deals now. I got a 30-year 6%. Not too bad. A lot of people want to go to work at Disneyland. I'll tell you, I hear it's Mickey Mouse and you got to be goofy to work there. Okay. And I got wind of a new Disney movie. I'm pretty excited about it. About the breakup of the old Soviet Union. It's called 101 Damnations. So my shirt tonight, one of my favorite subjects, cryptozoology. And that doesn't mean you buy an elephant with Bitcoin. It's the study of mythical creatures, kind of like Bigfoot and myself. You'll say what you saw me and people won't believe it. And so, a lot of people don't know this, but me and my wife, we are like very low-key, very, we're Bigfoot hunters. And we're not like the people on TV, because the people on TV, they're up on a mountain in the middle of the night, it's always raining, they got a baseball bat, they're banging on a tree, they're yelling, going, "Ah!" And they go, "A big bird's watch up there." And I'm sitting at home going, "I don't think bird's watch up there." You see, me and my wife, we're different. We drive around some back road in California, and we're hoping Bigfoot comes down out of the woods and standing next to the road. He's waving, going, "Would y'all like to get a selfie with me?" But I have a lot of empathy, sympathy for people who've seen things. Because when I was about 10 years old, growing up in West Virginia, up on the hill behind the house, I saw a freaking golden eagle. And I go back down the house, and my parents are there, and some of my relatives. I said, "I saw a golden eagle." "You didn't see no eagle?" I go in the other room. I overhear them saying, "Last thing we need here is some people from the government counting eagles." So, like I say, I'm going to go and talk about the Olympics. Just got over with the Winter Olympics. We can still talk about it. A lot of people think that too much commercialization in the Olympics. I was very happy with the opening ceremonies where they lit that Ozempic flame. And, great Olympics for the Americans, not so much for the Canadians. We beat them in ice hockey, their game. A lot of people are blaming President Trump for his tariff on Canadian hockey goals. But what a lot of people don't know, just 2 days after the Olympics, there was the Paraplegic Olympics. And the American hockey team beat the Canadian Paraplegic hockey team and got the gold medal. And after that game, Canadian hockey didn't have a leg to stand on. Oh, come on, folks, dark humor. And Joseph Stalin probably said it is like bread, not everybody gets it. So I'm doing this comedy show in a couple of weeks, and one will say an old folks home, rest home, what you want to call it. I'm calling it Last Stop Comedy. And speaking of old, I got this terrier that I adopted about 12 years ago. And they say that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, in 12 years, my dog has figured out, this old dog, that every time I leave the house, if I don't lock the bed back to my bedroom, that dog's going to go down and take a pee in my bedroom. All these years, I thought I had a terrier. It turned out I had a golden retriever. because there's all these hospice agencies with no customers. People are calling it a Gavin Newsom miracle. And a lot of people right now, I know y'all are concerned about oil getting through the Strait of Hormuz. But as long as we got Governor Newsom and here's luscious hair, we don't have to worry about oil. Okay. So I'm going to tell one last little story here and finish up. My wife and I, he's telling me peace. My wife and I have been married for 42 years. And at that period of time, you develop a higher level of communication. And I'm going to explain a little story from just a few weeks ago. You see, I was in the kitchen, and I've got the teapot, the electric tea kettle going. I'm starting to do my Tai Chi workout. I know that's surprising. And I'm watching that. About the time the water kettle starts to boil, I hear this rapping on the wall, in the wall. And it's intelligent. And it's freaking me out. And I'm going back and listening to some of those dear old saints growing up. Oh, you've been doing that Asian yogi size. You done summoned the demon. Well, about the time the water stopped boiling, the knocking at the wall stopped. And I thought, well, those metal canisters right behind that tea kettle, they were vibrating that. Well, about a minute later, my wife walked in mad as a hen. And she goes, didn't you hear me knocking on the wall? SOS, SOS, I needed toilet paper. Higher levels of communication. I'm Joey Porter. Thank you for your time.